What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Bit of a red day in the market. I'm excited. I'm doing some shopping, baby. I'm going to be doing some shop. It's not that red, really. I mean, it's just kind of counter yesterday, but even still, I'm doing some shopping today. Hopefully, you guys are as well. Stuff in your bags. Let's see what everybody's buying today. We put out a poll. Let's see what it is. So I said, what are you buying? Nadex, Cookie, XPR, or Swift Coin? Right now, Nadex is in the lead, 37%, followed by Swift Coin. Very nice. And then XPR, and then Cookie, bringing up the tail end. And then I put another one over on Crypto Blueprint, but I can't see it from where I am right now. So hopefully it's doing good. Hopefully it's doing good. How's everybody doing, man? It's Monday, guys. You know I love my Mondays. I'm always in a good mood on Monday. Let's go. All right, we got some super chats to get into. J Money, Bulbasaur in the house. First one in. There you go, man. Best quote from yesterday, Zebec video. Trust me, bro, is not a source of information. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. That was a good one. Hey, it's true though, right? It's true. I mean, it turns out if you watched my Zebec video last night where I completely and utterly debunked every single piece of FUD and misinformation that's going around about Zebec right now, not a single thread of it was true, and I proved it in the video. That's what I said. So basically, all of the misinformation and FUD that's going on right now in regards to Zebec is all just being generated by influencers of some sorts and people over on X. None of it is based on reality at all. I prove it. If you don't believe me and you haven't watched the video, go watch the video I posted yesterday. Like I said, it completely debunks every single piece of FUD against Zebec right now. And how about none of it is verified and none of it is confirmed as valid information. So hook 'em. What's up, buddy? Zebec Fudsters gave me a gift yesterday. A lot of emotional sellers going on, but unfortunately, some have to lose for others to win. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. That's the thing of it, right? Those panic sellers and people who freak out, as unfortunate as it is for them, you need them because you're buying their bags at the low, and then when things reverse and they pump, they're buying your bags at the high. So hug a panic seller today, right? Who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you? Let's get into the chat a little bit, guys. What's going on? J Money, also first Pokemon of the day, Bulbasaur in the house. You'll love to see that. Joy, happy Monday, everyone. I'm tuning in to the best crypto content at work. There you go. Hit the likes. Thank you for all you do. Hey, no problem. Yeah, what are we at with the likes anyway? We got 200 people watching. We got 51 likes. Let's get to 200 again today, guys. Let's do it. We can do it. Like Ice Cube always says, you can do it. Put your back into it. William, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Just bought more worm. Nice. There you go, man. There you go. I can dig it. I can dig it. Ron, listening makes that dry powder. Listening while making that dry. There you go. Epic. I see that as a win, brother. Another local. What's up, man? Hey, Rob and Weird Family. Good to see y'all getting bigger bags on the dips. Plan is working. Absolutely. John, what's up, buddy? Is anyone else's wife spending it like it's like we sold the top? Yeah, no kidding. My wife is, it's funny you say that because my wife is actually out shopping right now as we speak. Easy, yo. So I might need like a ton of super chats because if the wife is out shopping, I may be in the poorhouse after she gets home. What's good, Robin fam? Happy Monday. Hell yeah. Start of a fresh week, baby. Let's get it. Hey, Rob, is Jasmy in a falling wedge at the moment? You're going to have to give me a time frame, my friend. Jake the Snake, I'm running out of things to sell besides my body. You never run out of blood, piss, and saliva, my friend. So there you go. God bless you too, my friend. God bless you too. Twitch, stop commenting gems on the video. Rob's post for the love of baby Jeebus. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Big Bido with the super chat. Zebec has their spaces Wednesday. Yes, and I will be doing a video covering it in depth. That video will likely be posted over on the Crypto Blueprint channel. H. Barbarina in the house. What's up, my dude? Good to see you. Jake the Snake. But also thank you for all the panic sellers for allowing me to reload on Zebec. Yes. Yes. To everyone who panic sold the FUD and misinformation on Zebec yesterday, thank you for transferring your wealth from your bag to mine. Absolutely. Carlos, Swift to the moon, baby. Hell yeah. Overcome. What's up, buddy? Paul, good to see you, man. Hopefully, did you pick up your decent wallet? Let me know, brother. Encourage somebody. Meme coin, memeless coin on Solana looks good. Thoughts? Quick way to make dry powder. There's never a quick way to make dry powder, my friend. That's all just a false sense of security, right? Memeless coin. I've never heard of it, but I can look at it. Oh. Memeless coin. Quick way to make dry powder. It's down 36% on the day, my friend. 24% on the day, sorry. It's down. It's only a $1.6 million market cap. Good tokenomics. It's on Solana, like you said. Pump.fun. I'm not big on Pump.fun coins. It's not listed anywhere. You can only get it on, you might be able to get it on your, I guess, your Coinbase wallet or your Phantom. But yeah, it's not really listed anywhere, right? Hard to buy, hard to sell. Where are we? Matt Adam, what's going on? Happy best place to be in the crypto space. Let's get it. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow, as always. Costs you absolutely nothing. Niente. Not a damn thing. It's free as a bird, baby. So check it out. What do we got for likes? 69 likes. While I love the number, guys, we got 211 people watching, 69 likes. Let's get the likes to 200 today, guys. We can do it. We can do it. Spuds, what's up, my dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What do we got here? We got the one and only Gamma Goddess in the house. U.S. House of Reps declares the week of July 14th as Crypto Week. Voting on the Clarity Act and Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act and the Genius Act to make crypto, yes. And I am going to be covering that in the video today. Thank you so much, Gamma Goddess, for always having my back. Where are we? There's Spuds. There we go. Parallel Life. What's going on, man? Touching grass. Hey, hell yeah, man. Touch that grass. Blaine, what's happening, man? I've been on vacation with the family for the past week, but I'm back now, baby. Ready to get this money. Yes, guys. Views have been down. Super chats have been down. Everything's down. I think it's because everyone's on vacation, right? So come back to me. Come back to me. Quentin, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Mario, fellow weirdos, what's happening? Fridge, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. I saw a comment you made. You replied to somebody on X. I think it was last night, and you had me howling pretty good. I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but it was, oh no, it was in the comment section here. I think you said something like you pee sitting down or something like that. That was good, man. I was howling at that. Correction, fellow weirdos and Senor Roberto. Timothy, appreciate the video debunking the Zebeck FUD. Any chance you could do a similar one for Jasmy? It's quiet, so yeah. But here's the thing: there's not really any FUD going around about Jasmy. Every time Jasmy has had FUD surrounding it in the past, though, I have done debunking the FUD videos for Jasmy. Things are going to turn around for Jasmy. Like I said, we do have an interview with Hara coming up in the near term. I'm just waiting for Hara to get back to me on when he can fit me into his busy schedule. So Hara will be here on the channel for an interview at some point soon, guys. I'll let you guys know as soon as he lets me know what the date that works for him. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not bearish at all on it. Super fantastic, to be honest with you. Hooking me up with a double shot. What's your thoughts on Walrus? It's very new, but offers great staking opportunities. Honestly, man, I am very big on Walrus, actually. I'm very bullish on it. I'm still doing some research into it, but from what I've seen so far, I am a big fan of Walrus. Yes. And speaking of staking, I have another passive income video coming out on the Patreon today. You're not going to want to miss that, guys. The second in a long series of passive income videos that are going to help you quit your 9 to 5 and just do crypto full time. If you're interested in that, get your booty over to the Patreon because you're missing out right now on huge opportunities, man. Quit your 9 to 5 or stay working at your 9 to 5. Beebs, my dude, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Lily's in the house. Good to see you too. Leo, what's happening, crypto fam? Smash the like button, everyone. Absolutely. Kizza, my dude. Hey, Rob, hoping for a turnaround this week or next. Yeah, I don't think, like I said yesterday when the market was green, I said never trust the Sunday pump. I wouldn't be shocked to see this week finish green. It's just usually when Sundays are green, you'll usually see a red Monday. Don't be surprised to see as the week goes on us switch back to the green side. So seeing a bit of green is good for the sentiment. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Rob, Jasmy falling wedge on the daily. Okay, so it's the daily time frame you're talking about. Let me have a looky-loo. Let me have a looky-loo at that. No, it's not a falling wedge pattern. It's actually in a bull flag. Oh, sorry, that's XCN I'm looking at. For some reason, it went to XCN. That's the structure that it's in. I know it looks like a falling wedge. Can be confused for a falling wedge, but it's kind of a bull flag, really, right? If I bring it up on the screen, I've been tracking it, as you can see, right? I've been tracking it for a bit now. And yeah, it's more of a bull flag. The breakout on this is, if we do break to the upside there, your breakout's going to be right around resistance in this range here, around that 1.5 cents area. So Ryan, what's up, big dog? Just wanted to check in and drop a comment. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for feeding the algo. JD Beats, howdy, brother. Have you heard of ICE Network Coin? It seems like a decent project, but still poking around. Curious your initial thoughts. ICE Network? I've never heard of it. Oh, wait, that does sound familiar. I think someone asked me to look at this a few days ago, actually. Maybe last week somebody asked me to look at it. It's familiar. I don't remember what I said. I mean, it's got decent tokenomics. It's got a good market, really good market cap. It's a layer 1 on BNB. All-time high was last year, 1 cent, 1.5 cents. You got some listings. They're not making it easy to buy in the States, though, right? There's no crypto. There's no crypto.com. There's no Coinbase exchange listing. It would be nice to see those, but I mean, you can still get it, I'm sure, on your Coinbase wallet or your Phantom or your MetaMask, I'm sure. Seems like a good project. It does seem like a good project. I need to know more about it. ICE tokens can be traded. Yeah, okay, so yeah. But it seems initially like a decent project. It needs a little bit more listings, but hey brother Rob, happy Monday, everyone. Do not forget to smash the like button and follow Rob by subscribing to the channel. Yes, absolutely, guys. What do we got? 255 people watching and 94 likes. Let's get to 200, guys. We can do it. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Do we have another? I think we have another super chat here. Oh no, I already read that. That's Walrus. Okay. Where are we here? Beebs, July 4th, 2024. Bitcoin was $58,600. There you go. Now it's what is it right now? 107,560. Is the market sentiment still pointing to green in July? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One red day does not make a red month. Perfect day to DCA and share peace, love, and crypto. God bless. Absolutely, brother. Amen to that. Rob, if Jasmy is BTC's off Japan Jasmy ETF. Well, you know what? Jesse and I have actually talked about. You know what? I'm going to message Jesse to see if he's maybe available this Saturday. I'm going to see if he wants to come on the channel on Saturday. If you don't know who Jesse is, he's a Jasmy ambassador. He's a good friend of mine. KIR Finance, runs his own YouTube channel as well. I'm going to see if he wants to come on and talk Jasmy. Him and I have talked about Jasmy's potential for an ETF, a spot ETF in Japan many times, and I really could see it happening in Japan, right? It is Japan's only legally regulated crypto. So, Oscar, hey Rob, hope all is well, brother. In your opinion, what is a good bag of Zebec to hold? I mean, I wouldn't hold less than probably 4 or 5 million. Over the top, what's going on, man? XPR going to pump in July 14th. I think everything will. Everything should, I hope. Lion, appreciate you stepping in to debunk the noise, my brother. Zebec isn't built on hype. It's built on infrastructure, innovation, and long-term value. Zebec holders know what's coming. Yes, exactly. And it's funny how Zebec mirrors a parallel path to XRP, right? You notice how XRP got a lot of static and a lot of hate as well. Very similar to what's happening with Zebec now. It's cool how that kind of parallels, right? So, absolutely. Natasha, how about that M2? Let's have a look. I haven't looked at the M2 today. Is it looking juicy? Is it looking juicy and robust? Let's have a looky-loo. Let's have a looky-loo. What do we got? What do you say? What do you know? A little bit of a downturn on the M2 today, but it still looks good, guys, for that next leg up. The correlation is there. Holy smokes, is the next couple of months going to be good. And the funny thing is, all the people who are not really paying attention or don't really know how to pay attention are going to be shocked. At this scale, we're looking at a peak, if this is the top, which I really don't think that it is, over $145,000 for Bitcoin in the near term. Somewhere around October, right? And that lines up perfectly, guys, with what I've been saying all along. I've been saying $150,000 to $180,000 Bitcoin at the top, right? And as I've said 100 times before, I get a lot of static about it. I get people saying, well, that's not bullish enough. You're pretty bearish. Guys, $150,000 to $180,000 at the top, when the bottom was $15,000, that's $15,000. That's a big return in one cycle. The problem is recency bias and people judging it from where it is now and not judging from where it was at the bottom of the bear market, right? So yeah, I think $150,000 to $180,000 Bitcoin is where we're going to end up landing sometime in Q4 of this year. And that, guys, that's enough for altcoins to go nuts, right? Because altcoins haven't even started to follow in terms of a bigger run, right? So believe me when I say it's going to be fun for the altcoins when they get their turn. So, well, we're all caught up in the chat, guys. So let's get into some of the news, shall we? And like I said before, guys, I do have another passive income video I'm uploading to the Patreon today. So if you want to be able to learn how to make passive income in crypto so you can quit your 9 to 5, get over to the Patreon, my friends, because that is where it's at. The link is down below in the chat. It's in the comment section. It's in the pinned comments. It's everywhere you want to be. And guys, listen, quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet. Not your keys, not your coins. You got a 2-for-1 deal on the biometric wallet, or you can just grab yourself the card wallet. Use our link down below. Get yourself a fantastic deal. Beam looking strong, Rob. Yes, I am a fan of Beam as well. Fantastic project. Absolutely. Let's get into some of the news. What do we got? Elon is not a reliable Bitcoin ally, just saying. Now, the reason that I have this up is because I agree with it wholeheartedly. we see too many people hoping that Elon will do positive things and say positive things about Bitcoin and crypto. But at the end of the day, Elon has spent a lot of time over the last 2 cycles. He treats it like it's a joke, right? He treats the fact that he has influence like it's a joke. In the last cycle, do you know how frustrating it was? Because Elon kept crashing the market every time it started pumping up and laughing about it. He would tweet out something and then, like he would claim that, he'd say something negative like Bitcoin mining, it takes too much energy, so he's against it now. And then he was for it, and then he was against it again. And he just keeps doing that, right? He thinks it's funny. So this is absolutely a true statement. We should not care what Elon Musk has to say about crypto specifically, because nothing he says holds water. He says something positive and then he says something negative, and then he says something positive and then he laughs about it because people respond and the market dumps and stuff, right? So we need to stop taking what Elon says seriously when it comes to crypto, right? He's been so back and forth on it that we don't even know where he actually stands on crypto, only to say that while he did put Bitcoin on Tesla's balance sheet, is it Tesla's balance sheets or SpaceX? One of the two, Tesla, I believe. While he did put Bitcoin on the balance sheets, not a whole ton. I mean, Metaplanet in Japan just passed Tesla in terms of Bitcoin holders, right? So, but he hasn't added their portfolio, their crypto portfolio has not increased 1 iota in like 5 years or something like that. They've not bought any more Bitcoin or any other kind of crypto for like 5 years. Okay. So that to me kind of says he's not as pro crypto as people think that he is. That's just kind of my opinion on it. He hasn't even bought any crypto in like half a decade almost. Right. So I think it's all a game to him. I think he has fun manipulating people. So I have nothing against Elon personally. I like Elon. I really do. I believe in a lot of stuff that he says and a lot of his stances. But when it comes to crypto, I'm not so sure that he's an ally to crypto or Bitcoin in any way, shape, or form. Jake, Elon isn't attention. Yes, wannabe troll, gotta take what he says with a yes. Exactly. That's exactly it, right? Thoughts on Moonchain? I looked at Moonchain a couple of days ago, I think. Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. With BTC at 150K, what's the probability of Jasmy to reach 50 to nope, 20 to 25 cents in my opinion now. They don't have their product out to market yet, right? That's their biggest hindrance. They don't have their mainnet launched or anything. So Paul, you have God-gifted brain and power, Rob. You remember everything. Yes, I will order today. Yes, I do tend to remember everything. There is a fortune worth of useless information in this noggin. Let me tell you. All right, continuing on with the news. What else do we have? Little bit of a reminder here of Zebec, guys. Boom, check it out. Zebec Network, shared vision with XRP, Ondo strategic partnership, Briar Capital investors, Ondo influence via Ondo, USDC integration with Circle, BlackRock USDC integration with Circle, Visa payment rail integration, JP Morgan payments partner. So yes, if you're sleeping on Zebec, I feel bad for you. Haters get the gas face. Ben, remember, fam, first rule of Gem Club is we don't talk about Gem Club. There is no Gem. Exactly. What do we got? 304 people watching, 112 likes. Come on, guys, let's push it up to 200. We can do it. I believe in you. All right, let's continue on. Now, this was mentioned in the chat, so let's get into this first. Trump administration set to deliver first major crypto policy report. The White House is getting ready to release its first official crypto report after several months of internal work. According to a Monday release by Crypto in America, the report, ordered under a January executive directive from President Trump, is due by July 22nd, expected to outline a broad strategy for digital asset regulations in the United States. It will mark the administration's first formal stance on how federal agencies should approach the crypto sector, covering both legislative and regulatory recommendations. The working group behind the report is co-led by U.S. crypto czar David Sachs and Congressman Bo Hines, and including senior officials from the Treasury Department, the SEC, the CFTC, and the Department of Commerce. Citing sources familiar with the discussions, the report added that the group has been meeting for months to coordinate a federal framework that aligns with Trump's goals of cementing the United States as the world's crypto capital. While contents of the report remain under wraps, early signals point to several key areas. One possible recommendation is the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve, as proposed by Trump earlier in the year. The group is also reportedly weighing how to ensure crypto firms have fair access to banking services, particularly with regard to the Federal Reserve's role in granting access to payment infrastructures. Acting CFTC Chair Caroline Pham reportedly described the ongoing deliberations as productive and fruitful, calling the upcoming report a potential roadmap for the administration's crypto agenda. The expected July 22nd release comes as Congress prepares to vote on a set of major crypto bills, including the Genius Stablecoin Act, and others covering market structure and central bank digital currencies. Meanwhile, the Senate Banking Committee is also set to hold a hearing on crypto industry regulations later this week, featuring testimony from industry figures such as Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, Blockchain Association CEO Mersinger, Chainalysis CEO Jonathan Levine, and Paradigm's general partner Dan Robinson. So a big week, guys. I gotta be honest with you though, with this crypto week, I really do think in terms of price action that it's going to be more of a nothing burger at the end of the day. I think too many people are hyping it up and expectations are too high for it to send crypto to the moon. I think it's going to be kind of underwhelming, and I think it will lead people to be disappointed, and we might even have a little bit of a sell-off as a result, right? Over the top shot. Hey, Rob, the guy from C&B reached out. Again, to see if you had a chance to DM him. Just checking up. Thanks. I have not had a chance to DM him. It is on my priority list, though, so yes. Brother Rob, can you check XRP chart, please? Just check if it is really breaking out. Is XRP breaking out? Let's have a looky-loo, shall we? It's trying to. It is trying to. But Bitcoin is definitely holding the market down right now. You had your breakout of this falling wedge. You've had, or descending channel, whatever you want to call it. You've had your healthy retest of the trend line, and it's trying to move to the upside. So it is due for a big break, but Bitcoin might be hindering its ability to do so. I always try to hit the like button on all platforms, most definitely picking up more natives today. Nice. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate you. Yummy nothing burger. So filling. Absolutely. All right, let's continue on with the news. What do we got here from Squawk Box? Several trade announcements coming in the next 48 hours, says Treasury Secretary Bessent. All right, this is big news, guys.
Join us now for the latest on tariffs and the recently passed budget bill and more. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Mr. Secretary, thanks for joining us. I don't know how much you could necessarily hear of our last conversation. We definitely want to talk trade, tariffs, and all of the above, but let's keep the discussion going about the big, beautiful bill, deficit concerns, debt concerns. You have made the argument in the past that this will address the deficit, and you see deficits in future years coming down from whatever it is, 6% of GDP. How do you argue that that's going to happen? Tell us again.
Well, good morning, Joe. And look, we inherited a mess, and I'm not sure where all these deficit hawks were when the team Biden was blowing out the deficit. So last year was 6.7% of GDP, which was the highest it had been when we weren't in a recession, weren't at war. And as your previous guest said, we don't have a tax collection problem. We have a spending problem, and we are trying to get that under control. We are also trying to accelerate growth because changing the growth trajectory upward solves a lot of the deficit problems.
Mr. Secretary, I asked the question that not all deficit spending is equal. I don't think. And would you argue that if a deficit resulted from lower tax rates or from extending the tax cuts, whatever you want to call it, if it can cause some growth, is that superior to the deficit, or is it less deleterious than the deficit you get just from Green New Deals or IRAs or whatever you're talking about, the government, just transfer payments and the like?
Well, Joe, you're exactly right. Does the spending create more growth, and is the GDP growing faster than the deficit? One of the things that I agreed with Secretary Yellen on, the important number is the debt to GDP, and we intend to bring that down. We also intend we cut spending on the IRA. There's substantial pullbacks. A lot of those were uneconomical, stranded assets. And the Trump economic agenda, as I've said many times, it's a three-legged stool. It's trade, it's tax, and it's deregulation. So, I also believe that the substantial amount of deregulation that we're doing is going to accelerate economic growth. And the important thing, too, is we're going to have economic growth in a non-inflationary manner, unlike we saw in the previous 4 years.
Okay, let's move on to trade. And it's amazing how quickly things move. I know yesterday you said by Wednesday we might have a couple of more deals to announce. I know it's Monday, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Can you give us any idea whether that's likely? Is India, is that in the mix? Can you break any news for us here that something's going to happen in the next 48 hours?
Yeah, we are going to have several announcements in the next 48 hours. And Joe, I think what President Trump is concerned about is the quality of the deals, not the quantity. As you could imagine, as he started herding the cats and trying to get everyone across the finish line, when he said that there's a chance that countries could boomerang back to their April 2nd reciprocal tariff levels, we've had a lot of people change their tune in terms of negotiations. So my mailbox was full last night with a lot of new offers, a lot of new proposals. So it's going to be a busy couple of days. But importantly, too, that President Trump has said that the countries would not go back to the reciprocal rate until August 1st.
Several deals going to be announced, guys. Several deals. You'll love to hear that. I'd buy that for $1. That could be potential catalysts to pump the market this week. Maybe he said Wednesday, probably, right? We'll see multiple deals announced in the next 48 hours. That could be what shifts this week from where it is right now in the red to shifting it to being in the green as the week kind of continues on, right? So U.S. dollar faces a crucial test as Trump's trade deadlines loom. Nice segue there. In the dynamic world of global finance, events often ripple across markets, affecting everything from traditional stocks and bonds to the cryptocurrency space. The recent marginal strengthening of the US dollar, driven by the impending deadline for significant trade decisions by the Trump administration, serves as a prime example of this interconnectedness. For cryptocurrency enthusiasts and investors, understanding these macroeconomic shifts is not just an academic exercise. It provides crucial context for market volatility, capital flows, and the broader sentiments that that can influence digital asset valuations. As this pivotal moment approaches, the financial world watches closely, anticipating the next move in a geopolitical chess match that holds profound implications for currencies, trade, and stability of the global economic order. The US dollar, often seen as the world's primary reserve currency and a safe haven during times of uncertainty, has shown a marginal but noticeable uptick as the deadline for the President Trump's trade decisions draws near. This strength is not accidental. It reflects a complex interplay of market forces, investors, sentiment, and fundamental economic factors. One key indicator on the dollar's performance is the dollar index, the DXY, which measures the dollar's value against a basket of 6 major currencies. The rising DXY indicates a strengthening dollar. Several factors contribute to this phenomenon. Safe haven demand, relative economic performance, and interest rate differentials. The term marginally higher suggests that while the dollar has gained ground, it has not experienced a massive surge. This indicates that while the market acknowledges the risks associated with the trade deadline, there is also an element of caution, or perhaps a belief that a resolution, even if temporary, might be found. This nuanced movement reflects a market weighing both the immediate risks and the potential for de-escalation or a phase 1 deal. At the heart of the dollar's recent movements is the approaching deadline set by the Trump administration for new tariffs. This specific date, often a December deadline for additional tariffs on Chinese goods, has become the focal point for global financial markets. These tariffs, if implemented, will mark a significant escalation in the ongoing Trump trade policies, which have been categorized as an America First approach to international commerce. President Trump's trade strategy has primarily aimed at reducing trade deficits, protecting domestic industries, and compelling trade partners to agree to more favorable terms for the United States. This has often involved the imposition of tariffs, taxes on import goods as a negotiating tool. The current deadline pertains to a tranche of goods that would significantly broaden the scope of tariffs, impacting a wider range of consumer products. The stakes are incredibly high for the US. The decision could impact consumer prices, corporate profits, and the overall pace of the economic growth. For China, it could further strain its manufacturing sector, employment, and economic stability. Beyond these two giants, the ripple effects would be felt globally, disrupting supply chains and impacting the growth prospects of nations' reliance on the international trade. Each scenario, unpacking the trade wars in intricacies and its evolution. The current situation is a chapter in the prolonged and complex trade war, primarily between the United States and China, that has reshaped the global economic relations. What began with tariffs on steel and aluminum in 2018 quickly escalated into a tit-for-tat, they said tit, exchange of duties on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods. The core issues driving this conflict are multifaceted: trade imbalances, intellectual property theft, state subsidies, and market access. The evolution of the trade war has seen periods of intense negotiating, interspersed with escalations. Each new round of tariffs or threats has sent jitters through financial markets, impacting investors' confidence and business investment decisions worldwide. The ongoing conflicts has forced companies to reassess their global supply chains, leading to diversification efforts and, in some cases, reshoring of production. It has also highlighted the fragility of the global integrated economy when political tensions rise. The trade wars, particularly the looming deadlines, have profound implications for the Forex market. Currency valuations are highly sensitive to shifts in trade policies, economic outlooks, and investor risk appetite. Here's how the different currencies are reacting. The US dollar versus the Chinese yen, or yuan, sorry. This pair is at the trade tensions escalate. The Chinese yuan offers depreciates against the dollar. So they're all doing bad, essentially, right? All of them against the US dollar. That's why the US dollar is strengthening. Increased volatility is a hallmark of trade wars in the Forex market. Traders and investors must be prepared for sharp movements as headlines related to trade negotiations or tariff implementations can trigger immediate reactions. This volatility, while challenging, also creates opportunity for those with robust risk management strategies and a deep understanding of the underlying drivers. So DCA is what they're saying into whatever asset you believe in. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat here. Beyond individual currencies, the Trump trade policies and the ongoing trade wars cast a long shadow over the entire global economy. The cumulative effects of tariffs, retaliatory measures, and pervasive uncertainty, they create tangible consequences for economic growth, investments, and employment worldwide. Tariffs bad, essentially. Ramona, I was wondering where you were about 20 minutes ago, or maybe 15. That's a bit dramatic. I was like, I have not seen Ramona. Like, I've seen her like once on the live streams in like a week. That just had 5 minutes to jump in and say happy Monday. Soon to be wealthy weirdos like Sub do the things. Rob deserves much more than we can do. Let's at least do that. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Ramona, for popping in. I miss seeing you here full time. I haven't seen you much over the last week. What do we got? 318 people watching, and we have 135 likes, guys. 136. Let's get to 200, guys. Hit the like button. Help a brother out. Help us get to that 200 like mark. Miria or Zebec. I mean, flip a coin. You can't really go wrong either way, man. But what I can say is I did upload the daily picks for DCAing over on the Patreon this morning. So if you want to check that out, they also said duties. Yes, there you go. Terrence, Miria, and Zebec. Exactly. Which will do better, Zebec or Miria? I really think you're splitting hairs, man. They're both going to do phenomenal. Cody, thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Every little bit helps. And really, guys, the sentiment's been kind of in the pooper because, like, the views have been down. Super chats, everything's kind of been down. So it's been kind of disheartening. So thank you so much for the support. Buying more Swift, 100 mil. There you go, man. I dig it. Ramona dropping the 7 herbs and spices. We can do better. Let's get to 250. Oh, that would be so cool, man. 250 likes. We got 142 now. Let's get it up there, man. That's what she said. All right, continuing on. What else do we have in the news? Fundrise CEO on expanding access to private markets and pre-IPO companies.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Vanguard, Robinhood, and new entrants like Republic are attempting to expand investor access to the private markets with new products. And joining us right now is another player in this space, Ben Miller. He's the CEO and co-founder of Fundrise. He launched the Fundrise Innovation Fund back in 2022, offering both accredited and non-accredited investors access to 22 private companies, including names like OpenAI, Anduril, and Anthropic. And Ben, want to thank you for coming in today. This is something we've kind of been exploring over the last week. We did have the co-CEO of Republic on last week to talk about tokenization. The SEC chairman was on Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Explain how what you do is different than Republic, because you've basically said Republic may be flouting some of the laws with what they're doing.
I mean, it couldn't be more different. But so our approach is we went in the front door with SEC. We said we need to democratize investing and created the first registered venture fund.
So our venture fund is SEC registered, anyone can invest in it, and then our fund invests in private tech companies like Ramp, Databricks, Canva, like any other venture fund. Because the problem is that these private tech companies need to focus on innovating. They can't deal with democratizing investing or crypto. And so we made it really simple for them. We're one investor on their cap table. We're just like any other venture fund, except for our capital comes from the public.
And so there's underlying ownership stake for everything that the public is buying into in your fund, which is a little like the tokenization, except for it's not a token. This is actual ownership through a fund that's been registered with the SEC. Do the companies like this? Do they have problems with this? And I ask only because OpenAI has not been very fond of what Robinhood is doing in Europe with access to its European investors.
Yeah, I mean, when we write a check into the company, like we're on the cap table, like we're just like any other venture fund. What the crypto tokenization is doing is totally different. I mean, it makes no sense to me, honestly, because what you're doing is you're taking something that's inherently a long-term investment and making it something you can trade 24/7. And that basically is not how you innovate. If you think about what a private tech company is doing, they have setbacks, they have drama. The last thing they want to have happen is their stock just plummets overnight in a crypto exchange.
Are your investors locked up for a period of time?
So our fund is quarterly liquidity. So it's an evergreen fund. I mean, the way to think about it is this is the battle happening in the public markets. Right now, there's this conflict between day trading, speculating, betting, and long-term passive investing. So we're taking the passive investing approach, low fee, long-term, evergreen approach, and that's really the difference between the sort of tokenization and.
Can I ask you just a broader philosophical question? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have private companies, we have public companies.
Right.
The real distinction, more than anything else, is a disclosure story, right? And we've created rules in this country so that we say private companies are private because they don't have the same disclosure requirements that public companies do. Yet, public investors, retail investors, have access, it sounds like, to your fund. Mm-hmm. Increasingly, some of the big mutual funds, by the way, have access to some of these private companies inside, wrapped up. So BlackRock and Vanguard and others have actual access to some of these things. And yet you can't buy them directly. And the question is why? The question is whether we should be changing the rules completely so that folks can actually get real access to these things or not. If they do, should they have the same rules on top of them as the private companies, effectively making everybody public? If you could rewrite the rules in a sensible way, what would they be?
Yeah, I mean, the challenges of the last 20 years, companies don't want to go public anymore because the public markets have changed so much. It's become much more of a casino.
Right.
And so these private companies, they need to focus on staying private, focus on innovating. I mean, OpenAI is just changing the world, right? So on the other hand, like if you look at Mag 7, if Mag 7 had not been public, if they've been private companies, the total return for the last 15 years in the S&P 500 would have been 5% a year. Hmm. So can you imagine the wealth creation that would have been lost if those companies had stayed private? So there's a real big, this is a serious problem. I mean, if we don't figure out how to get these companies either investable or public, then you're talking about trillions of dollars of lost wealth for the American public.
Tokenization of stocks, guys, pre-IPO companies, that's how you do it. That is how you do it, right? That's the age we're moving into. We can get rid of the whole accredited investor roadblock for the average retail investor. That's perfectly fine with me. Jake the Snake, Ramona, come back. Roberto is tired of saying Jake the Snake. Just finished work, now watching the stream. Nice. Get that dry powder, man. Rich, you said you wouldn't hold less than 3 to 4 million Zebec. I have 1 million. Should I sit on it for next cycle or sell? I mean, I don't know what your financial situation is, right? If you're over on the Patreon, Rich, ask me in the group call, and we can have a sit down, and we can have a look at your portfolio, and I can help you decide, man. Driving now, a bit but I'll be listening. Well, drive safe, Ramona. Make sure you're driving safe. We need you in one piece, right? Richie Rich, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Guys, 147 likes. What are we at now? 154. We're trying to get to 200, guys. Help us out. Andrew, what's up, Rob? Showed up late because I wanted to knock out some push-ups. There you go. Hey, whatever motivates you, brother. Whatever motivates you, right? Absolutely fantastic. All right. We got one more piece to get through. Strategy has stopped buying Bitcoin. Market reacts. Amidst a dynamic period in the cryptocurrency sector, Strategy, previously known as MicroStrategy, has ceased its consistent Bitcoin purchasing streak that lasted for 3 months. Recently revealed through the SEC documents, the company did not acquire any additional Bitcoin during this time. The halt in purchases subsequently led to a dip in Strategy's share price, influencing the financial markets and trading began this week. Investors noted that by the previous week's close, the company's shares were valued at $404. This pause in acquisitions marks a significant shift for Strategy, which has gained attention for its relentless investment in Bitcoin over the past weeks. The newly disclosed SEC filing indicates a reconsideration of their aggressive Bitcoin buying strategy. This abrupt change has raised questions about the company's future moves and the potential wider impact of the cryptocurrency market. I'm telling you guys right now, Bitcoin maxis are trying to tell you that companies like Strategy are not going to sell in the peak of the cycle and that they're just going to hold all the way back down to the bottom. I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen, guys. They're going to sell just like everybody else. They're going to take profits and then they're going to buy Bitcoin again at the bottom. I guarantee you, you will see an interview with Michael Saylor after they sell close to the top, and he's going to tell everybody, well, I mean, it's just going to make sense, right? Because now we're just going to buy down at the bottom of the bear market, and then we're going to have even more. That's what he's going to say. You watch. And don't deny my uncanny impression of Michael Saylor either. Following the news that reverberated through the Bitcoin trading circles, Strategy's stock traded under the ticker Master, MSTR. Master, I don't know why I called it Master, MSTR. Saw a reduction in value before markets officially opened. This decline captures concerns regarding investors' trust and implications for the company's future financial strategies. The cease in the Bitcoin purchases by Strategy is under keen observation by industry stakeholders, and institutional investors like Strategy pause or alter their strategies. These movements can introduce volatility and question market stability, sending ripples across both crypto and traditional financial sectors. Despite widespread speculation, Strategy has not issued an official comment. However, industry experts have theorized that these recent adjustments might stem from a reaction to market conditions, stricter regulatory landscapes, or internal reassessment of their investment plans. The filing reflects a pivotal pause in Strategy's established investment direction. Increased volatility in the cryptocurrency market, alongside mounting regulatory oversight, has compelled large entities to reevaluate their stakes in digital currencies. Investors remain alert for any announcements by Strategy regarding future investments. The market reaction to Strategy's possible resumption of Bitcoin buying holds considerable weight, and this incident underscores a significant role institutional investors play in reshaping market dynamics. Strategy's break from purchasing has incited dialogue on an institutional influence within cryptocurrency domain, drawing attention to how strategic decisions can sway investor sentiment and market direction. As the company's financial standing fluctuates with these decisions, stakeholders continue to keep a close watch on forthcoming actions and broader market signals. I think they'll continue buying for now, but at some point they are going to sell. John, blessings, my friend, on treadmill listening. Nice. I just finished a mile. I've upped it to 1.25 mile for mine. So 4 times a day, roughly 4 times a day. Ari, there you go. Sailor is a sailor who would go down with the ship. Yeah, but stakeholders are shareholders are shareholders, right? At the end of the day. Right, Bitcoin's kind of climbing its way back up here now that it's dipped down. We've worked our way all the way back up to $108,188. I'd buy that for $1. Let's go. So what did we get to, guys? 349 people watching. We got to 164 likes. Didn't quite get to 200, guys. I was really hoping that we could. So if you're watching the replay or whatever the case might be, make sure, or you're here late, make sure that you hit the like button. Help us get up to 200 likes, my friends. That would be super fantastic. Do it. Okay, so listen, guys, that's the news. That's the chat. I got to get over to the Patreon. We have a mentorship coaching call that I have to get to this afternoon. So make sure you guys get over there. Book yourself into some of our mentorship coaching calls. Guys, listen, if you're new to crypto, if you need guidance, join our mentorship coaching calls over on the Patreon. They're free as a Patreon member. We will teach you everything you need to understand about how to structure your portfolio, how to devise exit strategies, knowing when to take profits, knowing when not to take profits, how to do proper research, technical analysis, tokenomics, everything you need to know to be successful in this space. We're here to give you the tools to succeed. The link is down below, guys. We also drop passive income. I'm dropping a new passive income video over on the Patreon this afternoon as well. You're not going to want to miss that, guys. We're live over there every single day. We have a phenomenal community of thousands of people, 8 different chat rooms, and so much more. Microcap gems, and the list goes on and on, guys. Open mic weekends where we turn the camera and the microphone over to you, and so much more. Check it out. The link is down below. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.